It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish. If this is your very first time tuning in, a huge welcome. We are now in our 13th season, and we are listened to in over 30 countries around the world. And it is because of all of you guys out there that are tuning into us, that are sharing our program, that are supporting all of our amazing diva guests that are on our program. We're so excited. And we always welcome new people. So thank you again. All right. I am very excited. I'm actually excited and I'm a little bit sad, I'll be honest. I'm doing part 7 on an amazing series about a great book called Stronger. I have my friend Rula Salinas, the author of the program, and she's been chatting with us and sharing some tips about her amazing book, kind of explaining why she wrote this book and a little bit about the chapters in it. It's just so that you have a better understanding of what you are learning about. And it has just been so inspiring. And I hope that you guys are all able to go get a copy of this book and you're able to listen to all the other podcasts so that you kind of have an understanding on who this amazing woman is and everything that she's done. So Rula, welcome back to the Divas That Care.
Thank you so much, Candace. Nice to be talking to you again.
Well, it's crazy. I can't believe this is our last podcast in the series. I'm excited because, you know, this last part of it's really the accumulation of everything that we've talked about. And I really think that this part is the part that's really going to inspire so many of our listeners, but they're also going to be able to pay it forward because of that.
Yes, I hope so. Well, that's the aim.
Well, we hope so. And so, Rula, would you mind introducing yourself to our listeners today?
Sure. I'm Rula Salinas. I'm a mum of 2 girls, a registered counsellor, author, inspirational speaker, and a resilience coach. In 2007, I was diagnosed with leukemia and it changed my life path. And after that, I wanted to write a book, which is the book we're talking about today, Stronger. You can overcome and bounce back from adversity. I wanted to write this book because I'd gone through so much setback. I was away from my children and family for a year in hospital. And then there was complications for many years after that and setbacks. And I learned so much. I mean, I knew these techniques in theory and I'd practiced some of them before, but these techniques really helped me overcome this crisis, 2 cancers. I've gone through a separation of my husband. You know, me and my partner were married for 28 years. There was a lot that happened, a lot of physical and mental health challenges. But they're evidence-based techniques and they are proven to work. And that's the reason why I wanted to write this book, to be able to help others navigate through difficult challenges, a crisis, adversity, things that turn your life upside down, and be able to heal from within. It's a 7-part series, 7-step guide to heal from within and be able to transform their life and thrive again.
Wow. And we have learned so much about you during this amazing time. And I'm just so thankful for you sharing that with us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. It was like I said, cancer changed my life path in 2007. And then it basically turned my life upside down and creates so much uncertainty. You lose control of basically everything in your life, and which is quite a difficult thing to do. I wasn't even able to look after my kids, and they were going to school. So you really have to dig deep, and that's what I did, and focus on future basically. And I really hope that these techniques help others. I mean, the reason I wrote this book is I have a vision that these techniques will change and save lives. They've changed and saved mine, and changed and saved many others, and, you know, hopefully change and save thousands around the world.
Well, that is our goal. And that's why we want to share it on the Divas That Care, is so that all of our listeners can go and check that out. Well, today we're going to be talking a little bit about mind, body, spirit, all this stuff. And I'm really excited because I want to know why. Why is that important? Why is this even a part of your book?
Okay, because it is really important, because we need to look after ourselves on all levels. Our mental health, our physical health, and our spiritual, emotional self. And that is something that we really need to heal. To be able to heal from within, we need to be able to take care of all of those. Now, your mental health is one. I was tested mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally over and over again. But it's really important. You know, we look after our mind, and that is what we've talked about before. Watching what you say to yourself, your thoughts, and your thoughts create the way you feel. They create your emotions. Looking after your physical health, firstly by diet, watching what you eat is incredibly important, because what you put into your body affects your emotional state as well, and because it affects how you feel. Looking after yourself, doing some exercise. And spiritually, you're also looking after your spirit. You get out into nature, spend some time in nature, and connect to yourself and connect to the universe. So I think it's really important. It's the whole. You can't just look after one or two and neglect the other. I really want to stress that. It's the whole mind, body, and spirit.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. It seems like if one of them is not working, you're not looking after one, the rest of them are out of balance.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot from people, is that if they're feeling there's something out there, they feel like there's just something not working. And if they're working too much, or,
yes,
you know, if they're not eating properly, it just seems that it just seems to be spiraling. And that's kind
right.
of how this whole thing is if you can't work with one, or if you're missing one somehow, the rest of it doesn't work out.
Yes, that's right. And that's it. And that's why they're connected, the finding the balance. Because we need to, if we're always busy, we're just going to be in a state of anxiety or rush. So we need to have a balance, take some time out, and be able to get out in nature or do something that you enjoy. Practice mindfulness, you know, get in that calm, peaceful state, which enables you to feel better and feel more calm. So don't overdo things. Look, it's very, you know, can be easy to say. I know it can be difficult to do, but it's something that you need to be aware of. Try and take time out and create a bit of a balance for yourself, so you're not overdoing things. So you're not in that constant state of rush and anxiety, and then you've got nothing to give others.
Can I ask you, do some people kind of shy away from this? Do they try to not think that this isn't happening? They kind of put themselves into other situations. Maybe this is how people get involved in addiction too, is that they overcompensate in some areas of their life.
Or some people can't say no, and they keep on just doing things, just keeping busy, feeling that they're achieving something, but then they start losing their sense of peace and calmness and well-being, or maybe it impacts their moods, you know, becoming agitated and irritated.
And that makes a lot of sense. And, you know, we had talked about in some other programs, we talked about goal setting, we talked about journaling, we've talked about so many things. And I'm wondering too, is if this is not a great thing to start talking about, like having people do journaling and saying that. For me, I'm a very visual person, so I can see how writing it down for myself would make more sense, because then I can see, oh, maybe I'm not working on this as much as I'm working on this. And then I can see forgetting about it and getting lost in my days.
Yes. And that's what happens sometimes, because life is busy. There's so many demands on our time. when if you're a mum, if you're working, and there is so many demands on our time, but we need to make time for ourselves. It's important, and not to feel selfish about it. I think that's really important, to not feel selfish about it. It's you're looking after yourself. That way you can give more. You can be in a better position to give to others.
So what other things do we work on?
I think, well, I wanted to touch on resilience. I wanted to touch on this because I think it's important. Some people might think you're born with resilience. That's not the case. Resilience is a skill that is learnt. You can have two people go through the same event. One of them falls into depression and just stays there. He just can't get out of it. The other one does fall into depression but manages to get out of it, and they react differently, and they just are able to transcend that and be able to overcome that. And resilience is a skill that needs to be taught in schools. I think it's really important because people deal with bullying, the cyberbullying. There's so much going on. It's something that can be taught, and it takes practice and repetition. And it's just, as I mentioned, two people going through the same thing. One person gives up, the other one doesn't. And that's basically what it is. You're persisting no matter what. You keep on getting up. It doesn't mean the other person's better or smarter, but if you've got resilience, a lot of the people that are able to have a great success in their life.
Is this something that you teach people?
Well, I do talk about resilience in my presentations, and and it should be taught more in schools. And resilience it's empowering others. It's empowering them that they have great potential within, to not give up, to keep on persisting. People get inspired, and it all comes back to reading books as well. And why do two people go through the same event and one of them is able to get out of depression and achieve all the things they want to achieve and the other one can't? Is because the one that's been able to do that has been able to have resilience and keep going no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles have pushed them down over and over again.
Don't give up. Just keep going. And I always say that my motto, and everybody knows that my motto is just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And I've lived my life like that. And I truly believe, you have these situations that you're going through and you can't give up. Even though you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you just keep going.
Yes. I want to share with you, lastly, I've created an acronym and it's called STRONG. Okay, so it's 6 letters. It's S, set an intention. T, take action. R, reprogram your negative thoughts to positive thoughts to change your beliefs. O, be an overcomer. N, never give up. And G, be grateful for what is working in your life.
This has been so much fun, Rula. I just am overwhelmed with how inspired I am with everything you're doing.
Thank you so much. People have great potential within. I want them to remember you are stronger than you think. So tap into that unlimited potential. It's in each and every one of us.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for this amazing series. I'm so grateful that you came on to the Divas That Care to share this with all of our listeners. And can't wait to hear what's going to happen with you in the future.
It's been an honor and a pleasure being on your podcast and getting to know you too.
Thank you so much. And Rula, last minute, can you share with our listeners how they can get a hold of you and how they can get a copy of your amazing book?
So if they can head to my website, I'm on all social media, Instagram, LinkedIn. My website is rulasalinas.com, ROULA, Salinas, SEL for Larry, INAS.com. And they can also get a free ebook, How to Thrive in Crisis, if they sign up. yeah, I'm on, like I said, my book is available globally on all the major retailers online.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I hope that you're able to share this also in our group on Facebook. It's called the Changemakers Cafe. We would love for you to be a part of that and to share all about your book in there also.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Candace.
You're welcome. And a huge shout out to all of our amazing listeners around the world. Thank you guys so much. We've had so much fun doing the podcasts around the world. We have so many amazing hosts. And I hope that you check out not only all of their programs, but you also share all their programs. We're all about collaboration, and it's really worth it. I honestly believe that we're making a difference in the world. So thank you all. Thank you to Rula. Thank you to our listeners. And please remember to do something kind today. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.